So, ladies and gentlemen, in the previous day, we discussed about amplitude modulation, where the amplitude of the carrier signal was modulated in accordance with the message signal. And we got the expression of the amplitude modulated signal in the time domain as written by ST, and after taking the Fourier transformation, we got the expression of the modulated signal at the frequency domain. This is ST and this is S of omega. We got the expression of amplitude modulated signal in the time domain, and when we took the Fourier transformation, we got that cos omega ct is giving to pi del omega minus omega c plus pi del omega plus omega c, and this part is contributing to the shifting of the message signal by minus omega plus omega c and minus omega c. We had also plotted the amplitude modulated signal in the frequency domain, and we had found that the modulated signal has three parts. One is carrier signal part, another is upper sideband, that is frequency above omega c, and another that is below omega c, that was called as lower sideband. And when we calculated the power requirement for the amplitude modulated signal, we saw that the carrier power needed to transmit is AC square by 2, and for the upper sideband and lower sideband, for each sideband it requires 1 divided by 8 mu square AC square. Therefore, if we think carefully, what we notice that if we rather divide the total amplitude modulated signal, we see two parts, sidebands and another is carrier. Within the sidebands, the information of the message signal is there, and the carrier here, which is a discrete term or separate term, is not carrying any information regarding the message signal. However, it is taking a huge amount of power, that is AC square by 2, to be transmitted. Now consider that you want to cross the boat. You want to go from one bank to another bank of river, and what was proposed that as you cannot cross the road, it is not in your ability, therefore you have to take a boat, and on the boat you will be while crossing the river, and at the receiving end you will be on the another bank leaving the boat. Therefore, what is needed? We need a carrier signal that is analogous to boat here, but the discrete carrier signal or only carrier signal which doesn't carry any information, likely any boat which is not carrying any passenger or any goods or any information, is of no importance. Only the power of crossing the river or going through the channel is wasted. Therefore, we obviously need the carrier signal because it will carry my message signal, but only carrier, sending only carrier, what is, you can see from this term also. Here you see, this is only the carrier part, AC cos omega ct, or its Fourier transform, this delta function is only for this carrier signal, and you see there is no message term linked in the AC cos omega ct part. It is only the carrier. So what will be of use if we send only the carrier? But we can send it. Why? Or we will send it because though there is carrier signal, but it is carrying information that is empty. We are superimposing empty on cos omega ct, and we are getting two terms. One is only carrier and another is carrier signal but empty included. We need this part only. We don't have any use of this only carrier and waste power. We need upper sideband, lower sideband. We don't need carrier. Therefore, it is judicious to anyhow cancel this only carrier part, or the signal which is carrying only the carrier without any information should be eliminated, which give rise to the concept of DSB SC. What it stands for? It stands for double sideband suppressed carrier. That means we will suppress the carrier part. There is no carrier. We will suppress the carrier part and we will send only the sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband. Okay, and you can consider on the negative part of frequency also. So what we see here, if you carefully compare this waveform and this waveform, you will see they are identical, but the main difference, not identical, they have similarities, that the sidebands are placed at the same center frequency and the bandwidth of the signals around the center frequencies are same. Okay. Therefore, what we can conclude, only the difference as the carrier signal was here given, here as only here carrier and both sidebands are transmitted. Here double sidebands means both sidebands are transmitted, but the carrier is suppressed as only carrier has not used. The student should be careful. By the meaning of suppressed carrier, it doesn't mean that you are not sending the carrier. You are obviously sending the carrier, but that part of the carrier, or rather that signal where both the cos signal, carrier signal and message signal is present, that means when the carrier signal is transmitting the message signal, carrying with it or bearing with it. Okay, so we have got the necessity that you have to send the sidebands only, no carrier. No carrier, I again repeat that no carrier means no discrete or separate or only carrier part. Okay. Now, what we see, if this is my message signal and if these are the there will be no dots there. Sorry. If this is my message signal, which is band limited to B hertz, or if you express in terms of omega, it is say omega m. This is 0, this is omega m, and this is minus omega m. Okay. This signal we want to send at some higher frequency. That means at the frequency of the carrier signal. Okay, you have transmitted. Okay, we cannot scale exactly on the board. Actually, this omega c is very much higher than that of omega m, as we need higher powered carrier frequency to transmit my message signal. Therefore, what we need? We need this part. But for mathematical derivation or mathematical symmetry or for symmetry or mathematical requirement, we need the same at negative frequency. Though it doesn't physically exist, because the negative frequency does not exist practically. You cannot consider what is the frequency of the pendulum is minus 10 Hz. But for mathematics, you need it. Therefore, we have considered that, say, we have to transmit this part and this part. Okay, both the side bands around the frequency plus minus omega c. Okay. Therefore, if we suppress the carrier part, therefore its waveforms in the frequency domain will also be suppressed. So what will remain? It will remain AC Ka by 2 m omega minus omega c plus m omega plus omega c. Okay? That means we want to send m omega plus omega c, m omega minus omega c, where m omega is a band limited signal with the bandwidth omega m. Therefore, here we have written for simplicity that, say, AC into Ka, we are considering it, say, 1. It may be anything else. So, we can write S omega is half omega minus omega c plus omega c. That means we have to generate this signal whose waveform will be this half m omega minus omega c plus omega plus m omega plus omega c. So, students, here you see a different approach I have followed here. In most of the books, they start with writing that for DSPAC signal, let the modulated signal is empty into the modulated signal will be empty into cos omega t. But why? Initially, we will consider that without thinking anything or blindly, we will write that empty into cos omega c t. Rather, what approach I have proposed for you, that we will consider the signals we want to actually require to send, and then check the inverse transform, Fourier transform. Taking the inverse Fourier transform, what we get? It is nothing but frequency shifting property of Fourier transform. That means if we multiply message signal with e to the power j omega c t, and we will get omega minus m omega minus omega c. And if we multiply this by e to the power minus j omega c t with the message signal, we will get omega plus omega c. So what is my required modulating signal? Modulated signal, that is half into mt taking common e to the power j omega ct plus e to the power minus j omega ct. That is nothing but half mt into 2 cos omega ct, or mt is nothing but mt cos omega ct. Therefore, what we see here, or if we conclude this class, what we may conclude that as in pure amplitude modulation or traditional amplitude modulation, the carrier only or discrete carrier or separately carrier is transmitted, which is of no use. Therefore, we should suppress this part, and it has been done by the technique of double sideband suppressed carrier. Here double sideband indicates, DSB indicates that both the sidebands, upper and lower sidebands, will be transmitted, and AC indicates suppressed carrier, that means carrier will be suppressed. And from the waveform of the amplitude modulated signal, we consider the waveform of the upper side DSB-SC signal, and using the property of shifting in Fourier transform, we got the invert Fourier transform, or the modulated signal in the time domain as ST equals to mt cos omega ct. Okay, so this mt into cos omega ct, as it is carrying only the sidebands and suppressing the carrier, we have scientists or the communication engineers, professionals call this as double sideband suppressed carrier. Thank you.